We're going live. Put the phone down. I'm yelling at her already. Alright, we are live. We got 17 people in here already. Just kidding. I don't think we've ever had 17 people. Have we?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. Let's see when we see our first person. We're going to see oh, hey, Brian's here. Hey, Brian, what's going on? How are you?
Brian.
Happy Thursday to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good day. Cargo's in here. Woo, woo. Sorry. Woo, woo. I say woo, woo. How is everybody? Cargo, how are you? Hey, Sooner Girl. What's going on? Arjon's in here, too. What's everybody doing? How's everybody? Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. We are having a good Thursday. I actually had today off at work. I didn't have to work today, which is really nice, but I did a lot of work around the house, didn't I?
Yeah, you still worked.
I didn't work, but I worked. I did a lot of different things today.
The lawn and, you know.
We're good. We're doing really, really good. We have actually kind of last minute had to think about what we were going to do for tonight's live stream to talk about. And I had gone ahead and posted a new video today talking about visiting Disney in March. And I thought maybe that'd be a good subject to talk about tonight, is talking about like the best times to visit and worst times to visit Disney.
Hey, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry. How's it going? And Sherry, this is kind of right up your alley, too, as a travel agent. We're kind of going to talk about best and worst times to visit Disney World.
Oh, Brian, I was thinking about pizza earlier. I wanted to order pizza so bad, but I decided not to be lazy and I cooked dinner.
Yeah, we had chicken marsala for dinner.
Yeah.
It was really good. What's up, Richard? Arjons, how you doing? Where you guys are going to be tomorrow night? Any idea where you guys are going?
It's a surprise. You can't ask, remember?
No, it's not always a surprise.
Always a surprise. Oh, see what I don't know. Sorry.
It's getting chilly up here. It was chilly today. It was only in the high in the upper 50s today.
Well, what's crazy is it went from like 85 to 45 in like one day.
Yeah.
And that is I like fall, but I mean, when you don't have any time to adjust, it was a little bit of a bummer. Oh, ribs.
Oh, you have your own sweet barbecue sauce. Nice.
She's super talented.
Oh, Cargo. Did you see, Cargo, I saw your new ears that you posted on Twitter today, the ears with the teacups and the mine train.
I'm going to go on there and look.
They looked really cool. I think they looked really, really nice. You did a good job.
Some of us had to work today.
I just saw them like 5 minutes ago. She didn't post it that long ago.
Some of us had to make dinner. Nope, wrong thing.
No, wrong thing. Not Walmart. Twitter.
No, that wasn't Walmart. It was Instagram.
Yes, Brian. I actually had a sweatshirt on, sweatpants on today, outside in the yard. It was it's chilly. It's getting there. 92 for Arjons in Orlando today. Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but in a way that seems like too much. I feel like it never gets cool there. It gets cool too soon here. We have literally summer and winter are like seasons here. It drives me crazy.
Thanks, Leanne. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, if you could hit that like button for us, we'd appreciate it.
I'm being distracted. I'll look at them later.
Wow, look at that. She made Splash Mountain ears and posted them and sold them in under a minute.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Congrats. That's really awesome. That is really awesome.
Brian loves the cold. I like it. I don't like it, but I don't love it when it's super hot either. I love spring and fall, and it's the least amount of time we get here. I love like 70, 75, nice breeze, you know.
Yeah, we only get a few weeks of that, to be honest with you. Yeah,
I feel like we hardly get that at all.
We get it more in the spring, I think, than we do. Well, I don't know. Actually.
Again, I feel like we go from 50-degree weather to 80-degree weather,
and vice versa.
Yeah, 50-degree weather lower. So, what's cooler for you guys, Arjons? I'm curious. With Walt's desire to move to Florida, I need to get it in my head.
Cooler to them's got to be in the 60s and 70s, probably 60s.
Ooh, lucky
Arjons is getting a package tomorrow. Wow, check it out.
That's cool.
We'll have to see what we got to do to get a package from Cargo.
First, we need.
It's called payment.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, we got a good one tonight. I think we're really gonna talk about best and worst times to visit Walt Disney World, because now I know a lot of you guys are pros at Disney, but there are a lot of people out there that maybe aren't, and we always say we haven't been to Disney every month, and there's a lot of times we haven't visited too, and we were like, what's it like to visit in January? Is it good to go in January? What's it like to visit in December or June? Is June really that terrible like everybody says? So it's kind of interesting. Oh, thank you, Cargo.
Sweet Cargo. For me, I mean, we really have always gone to some of the peak times. I feel like we aren't a good judge of that, but I think our best time that we've gone is May. When we went on our trip last year, it ended up being really nice. The weather was nice and, cooler in the mornings, cooler at night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's unusual. Florida people will have to let us know, but that was enjoyable, and the wait times really weren't that bad. I was thinking being there in October like we were now, that it would be a little better than it was. It wasn't horrible.
No, it wasn't horrible.
But it wasn't as good as it was in May. And I thought for sure, with schools being back in and stuff like that, that it would be... See, we've been in August twice, Sooner Girl, and it's been mid to end of August. The only thing bad about that is the weather. And it was crowded. Mm-hmm. I thought the lines were pretty long. It
depends on the trip. We've been twice, or is it 3 times in August?
Twice in August.
So we've been twice in August, and I think the first time we went in August, it really wasn't that bad. It was hot.
Yeah, very
But the wait times were not astronomical at all. The second time we went in August, we went with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think it was that bad then. We had a couple things here and there that were bad, but it wasn't terrible.
That's me too, Cargo. I get so super cranky when I'm hot. I get mean too. And I'm usually fine if I'm in like Disney World because I can overcome it. But anywhere else, if I'm home, I get super irritable, don't I, honey?
Yes. Yeah, she's a peach to be around.
I hate it. And humidity's the worst.
Terrible.
It just makes me want to strangle people.
Brian, I'll say this about October. I think we just caught it at a bad year because normally in October, weather is pretty decent down there. It's pretty comfortable. Your mornings are usually comfortable and your evenings are pretty comfortable. And I don't think our evenings were that bad.
No, they
weather-wise.
Really weren't. No, they were comfortable. You weren't like roasting hot, but I didn't need to wear a sweatshirt or anything. But I was comfortable because I don't like to wear shorts, so I was usually wearing capris, and I was completely comfortable, and I could even wear like denim capris at night, and it was fine. I didn't feel super sweaty or anything.
But it felt to me like it was definitely hotter than it should have been, and you could tell. I mean, during the day, it was hot. It was hot. And even for me, I was like getting tired in the middle of the day. And normally, we're open to park closed people.
Yeah,
and even this year, we couldn't do that. But October was good, Brian. It really was good. I think it was kind of a perfect storm with us. We had Food and Wine, Moonlight Magic, Mickey's Not So Scary, so there was a lot of events going on that week.
And maybe that's why it was busier?
It could have been.
Because I overheard a lot of people talking on the bus how they made special trips to come for that Moonlight Magic.
Yeah.
And we also had the holiday weekend at the end of our trip. So that made the weekend a lot busier. So I bet a lot of people chose that week for a reason, and we just didn't even think about it. Because for us here, Columbus Day really isn't a holiday. Unless you work for the government or the bank or whatnot, then usually... it's not a day off for us or our kids. Yeah. But, March would probably be a great time to go, Cargo. That would be nice.
For some reason, I feel like we went in March one time.
We didn't. We went to...
Universal.
Universal, but it wasn't March. It was like mid-April. But it was when Easter had fallen at an earlier time. So it wasn't around Easter.
Are you sure we didn't go in March one time?
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible? We can't remember. I can't remember.
September, we did that one time.
Yeah, September, 2 times in August. May, October. We have 2 other times.
We do. April, both times.
April and April?
Okay. Twice. April
so
twice. The 2 A months we did twice each.
March does look like a good time to go, Cargo. I agree. Usually Easter won't fall in March.
Yeah,
sometimes it will. It just depends. But usually Easter's not in March. It's usually in April, so you don't have to worry about that. But you still have to worry about the spring break crowds. Because whether Easter's in March or April really doesn't matter. You still have those crowds.
And it was weird. Our son's college, they would do a separate spring break, and it would be in like February or March, and then they'd have some time off at Easter. It was weird, like other schools. Thank you, Cargo.
Yeah, thank you, Cargo, for sure. Yes, Brian, that awesome YouTuber did say that January is a great time to go. I think that was a very informative video as the train goes by. You are absolutely right.
As long as it's not the week of New Year's.
Yeah, that's true. Melissa makes a really good point. The first week in January is kind of the Christmas hangover. People will extend their trip. and stay past the new year. So that first week in January, from the 1st on, can be really busy.
And the marathon weekend, because that's in January. Isn't that right around, what's the holiday?
Yes, it's in January.
MLK. What's the...
Yeah,
it's MLK. So it's right around that weekend, so it's always really busy.
Yes.
Because that is a holiday for everybody.
Yep. And I think...
Too much eggnog.
It's true. No, it's true. But and you're right, because you have... everybody used to always say January is a great month to be there. It's always so slow. Disney has taken steps to make it less slow when they had the Run Festival or other things going on. It definitely has really increased their attendance during these months when we used to think of them as off-season.
Yeah.
There really isn't an off-season anymore.
And now they do the Arts Festival, right? Does that start January, February, or is that February?
Festival of the Arts is in January,
yeah,
yes.
January, February. And then, what am I trying to say? Well, April, of course, they have Flower and Garden at Epcot, usually. So, that can be a perfect storm, too, like when you go for spring break. So it's been busy, but we've always managed. Even during the busy times, we would manage our fast passes wisely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't ever remember being just absolutely horrified by our experience for wait times. I don't know if it's just because we were so happy to be there that it really didn't matter, and we'd make the best of it in the queues. And I don't have any really bad memories of like, oh, that was just horrible, I'll never do that again. I think if I had the opportunity to go any time of the month, I would go. So pretty much. Leanne, although I've heard horror stories about Christmas week.
Yes,
and
I won't do Christmas week for sure. Leanne, you make a good point. Go to the parks early, come back to the resort for a few hours, take a break, go to the pool, take a nap. And then go back at 4. We did that.
Especially, like she said, in the hot months.
Yes, and we did that very often when the boys were younger.
Yep.
We did that to give them a break, give us a break, and then we went back out in the evenings for sure. So that is definitely a really good idea, especially if you have little ones.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. But Sherry, that's a good point too. Last 2 weeks and first 2 weeks of January, first 2 weeks of February, I agree. And we've not been either one of those times, so we'd like to go one time.
Yeah, I would love to go.
Because I personally, well, you do too, I know you do. I really want to see the Festival of the Arts.
Oh, me too.
I just think that festival looks fantastic. It looks like it's a lot of fun. And I think that if I went and saw it in person, it might become my favorite festival of the 3. And it's getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah, I like the performers that they have, the singing and stuff like that.
The Broadway,
yeah, yes. I love to watch that on YouTube. That's been a lot of fun, so I would love to see that live. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm not big on the water parks, so that, for us, we're not really water park people. So January, February, that wouldn't affect us. There are a lot of people that love the water parks, though, and rightfully so. They're fantastic. So January and February might not be a great time to be at the water parks.
Mason likes the water parks.
Yes, our youngest does.
I like the lazy river. That's about my speed. I could sit in a tube and just float around the river all day. That would be totally fine with me.
Well, cargo, and I totally get that. It's really different things for everybody. I love Flower and Garden too. Don't get me wrong.
We've been there a couple times for Flower and Garden. It's my favorite so far. Even though we've done Food and Wine this time, I still like Flower and Garden better. I just love all the flowers and that they do in Epcot. It just makes it so beautiful and pretty. That's what I love about it.
Yes, it's very pretty during that time. I agree. But I will say this. You're right, Cargo. I might go Festival of the Arts, and I may not like it.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, it looks like it's something I would really enjoy. Because I love all the art. I love all the pictures that they do. I love that kind of stuff. I always tell Melissa, whenever we go to the Art of Disney store, I'm like, I want that, I want that, I want that.
Yeah, Brian, you're right. Pretty soon it's going to be nonstop festivals. It pretty much is.
Yeah, there's only a few months.
Sherry, she put Festival of the Arts was pretty much a non-festival. What made you feel that way? What was missing? I'm just curious. Frushi. Yeah, I want to try that. So I've yet to try it, and we've been to Flower and Garden twice. How dumb is that?
Yeah, we've been twice.
But I feel like we never really made full advantage of the food booths when we were
Not
there.
in Flower and Garden.
That is one thing I liked about our trip this time. We didn't do a bunch of table service dining, and we did get to try a lot of the quick service and go to the food booths. And I think next trip we'll kind of do the same thing. I'd like to do a couple table service, but if it's during a festival, I really like taking advantage of the food booths. I still didn't even get to try all the things I wanted to try.
But we tried like 7 or 8 of the booths.
Yeah, we did.
We did, and then for us that's great because usually we'll only do 1 or 2. But we did. We did like 8 of them this time.
All right, so Cargo says the only thing that really stood out different was the art booths and the sidewalk chalk cards.
And that's some of the things that I really like about it, though, are the art booths. I do like that. But you're right. I mean, it might not be that much different, but I do. For me, the Broadway musical part of it is what I've seen videos of it, and I'd like to see that. Yeah. Don't get me wrong; the other acts that eat to the beat and all are great, but I don't know. It's just something about that festival just kind of really intrigues me.
Sherry said there was like one art booth. That kind of stinks. I mean, we're not artistic by any means in terms of talented, or we just enjoy, like, we like musicals. I think the whole family pretty much likes musicals. I know it's something we enjoy, so we love listening, especially when they're singing the Disney music.
Yeah.
It just makes you happy. Yeah. So that I enjoy a lot.
Yeah, it looks like fun. And that's just it. What we're seeing online with YouTube are just the are the highlights of it. So you're right. I mean, when we get there, it might be... this isn't everything I thought it was. But I think as the festival grows, yes, it's new.
It's only been 2 years, right?
Yeah, I think it's only been a couple years. I think as it grows, it might become better.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see. But November is another month that I think can be a really good month to visit, but it has to be early November. I don't want to be down there the week of Thanksgiving. No. But I think the beginning of November, they have all the Christmas decorations up.
Yeah, that would be nice.
The Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party has started. I think that can be a great time to go to because weather's going to be cooler. You're not going to get a lot of rain. I mean, I guess it's still technically, and if you guys down there... Hey, Alana, how you doing? How are you? Glad you're here. I don't know if that's still technically hurricane season in November. I don't know if it ends in October.
I thought it went through November.
It might go through November.
I don't know if it's the end of November.
It might.
I would like to go early mid-December, too, because our anniversary is like mid-December, so that would be kind of a cool way to celebrate. So, yeah, that's too bad. The shows are limited.
But they were, Cargo. Those shows were only on certain days of the week, but I think the festival is expanding. You're right. The festival used to only be Friday to Sunday. Or Friday to Monday. It wasn't all week long when it first came out. Now I think they're changing it and expanding it. I could be wrong, but we'll see. We'll see how it evolves.
And you're right, Sooner Girl. I think that's where we saw a lot of it, was watching Resort TV 1. So, that's where we kind of really enjoyed it. A lot of different vlogs and stuff like that. Brian, what's the German train town? Is that in Disneyland? I saw you put something further up about some of your festivals there. They do festivals year-round at Disneyland, too?
Yeah, they might. They might. Elena, glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it should be cooler, Elena. I agree. I hope it's is it Elena or is it Alana? We might be saying it wrong.
The 2 N's, it might be Alana.
It's probably Alana. But
like
yeah.
Alana.
Yeah, I agree. I think November sounds like a really nice time to visit because of the cooler weather, for sure.
Sorry, Brian. I always say something dumb. Every show I say something dumb. Is that the little town with the little... Oh, I know what you're talking about. We love that. I feel silly. I think I kind of forgot it was in Germany.
And Sherry, they might. That's what I'm saying is it's such a new festival that as it grows and they evolve it, I think it might become like Food and Wine or Flower and Garden. You never know. We'll have to see how things go over the years as time goes on. Because I don't think this Festival of the Arts is going anywhere.
I'm silly, all right, Brian.
Oh, it's Alana. Okay, great.
That's why I don't even have to drink. I'm goofy just normally. Yeah, I don't know Cargo.
She keeps me on my toes.
I called Cargo a he several weeks ago. I put my foot in my mouth pretty much every show, so enjoy.
I find it to be funny.
Oh, yeah. Just laughing with you, dear, not at you.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm laughing at you.
Right. I know. I was being...
I know. I'm just kidding. But I tell you guys, hey, Noah, what's going on? Hi, Noah, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I tell you what month, I tell you 2 months that I don't think I'll ever go to Disney unless there's some kind of incentive, and that's June and July. I don't think I'm going to go down there.
Yeah, which one of the listeners put that they've never been in April, June, and July? And I was going to say that's probably a good thing. Because,
I agree. April, June, and July, you probably do want to miss those months. And I don't think I ever want to go in June and July. Listen, these chocolate shoes. What are chocolate shoes?
It's because I'm putting my foot in my mouth.
Oh!
That way. See, at least I got it. I got it.
I didn't get it. Oh.
I know. Then I'd want to put my foot in my mouth all the time, and that would be bad.
No, it wouldn't. No, it depends.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I totally went for it. It went right by me.
I'm so glad it didn't me, because that would have just made it worse for me.
Oh, it was cargo. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Okay.
You're not missing... Okay, what are you missing? You're missing the heat. And you're missing the
Crowds.
crowds. You're missing the long lines. You're missing no dining reservations that you probably can't get.
Yeah.
So I don't really think those are bad months to miss.
Passes.
Fast passes that you can't get.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that's anything that you're missing terribly. But that being said, I'll go in June and July if I have to. It's not something that I would purposely miss. But if we're looking to get a specific resort that we really want to try, and those might be the only months, and maybe they're running a discount or we get a discount or something like that, okay. But you're not going to get usually that kind of stuff in June and July because Disney doesn't run discounts in those months. And it's because they don't have to because they're going to be busy anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you, Sinner Girl. Unless it's the only time I could go, I wouldn't go either.
Yeah, I don't think July is... I mean, I think it would kind of be neat to be down there for 4th of July and see the fireworks. Because they look... Yes, they do. Yes, it is, but they look to be fantastic.
Oh, sure.
They're 360 fireworks, too. You could always watch them from the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian.
I suppose.
But
that kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? I mean, I guess if it's 360, maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe not. It just depends.
I can't imagine the crowds on 4th of July.
Oh my gosh, it's so crowded in there. But I am a Christmas person. I absolutely adore Christmas. We will start. We do. We will start putting up our Christmas decorations.
We'll have to decorate in
2 weeks. Probably start putting up our stuff. No problem, Cargo.
That's funny.
No problem.
I want a coffee, but I'm afraid it'll keep me up.
Yes, it will keep her up. But I will not do Disney the Christmas week. If there is Melissa said earlier how we've never been there where we just felt overwhelmed or horrified. I feel like we would feel horrified.
Yeah.
That week.
And it would ruin it for us, I think. But that's our next big thing. I really want to go down so we can do the Mickey's Christmas.
Very Merry Christmas party for sure.
And see all of that now that we've done Halloween.
Yep.
So.
I loved Halloween, by the way. It was really awesome. I just wish the crowd wasn't. It's funny because there's only been 3 of the Halloween parties that have sold out so far at Magic Kingdom.
Ours was
one of them was ours.
Of course.
It just happened to be one of them was ours, October 4th.
And again, I think it was because of the things I mentioned earlier. Because people came to do those multiple things.
Yep.
I really do.
What is the dog?
That's too bad. No, I think it was me.
Oh, it was you?
I think I kicked you. Sorry. Wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, Melissa gets mad at me, Sherry, when I want to put up the Christmas decorations because she's like, well, what about Thanksgiving?
No, I don't.
Well, but
I know
you feel
I
bad
had something.
for it.
Yeah, I kind of just feel guilty. But I brought my Thanksgiving decorations to my job and decorate my own office. Like right now, I hung up. We have some Halloween stuff in our living room and foyer area. And as soon as that's over, we start bringing up our Christmas stuff. We always seem to skip by. And I had a few, like I have a little turkey that has a candle thing in it. And so I brought it to work and I just decorate my own office. So then, because they'll get mad at me there if I start putting Christmas stuff up in November.
I don't know why.
They always give me a hard time, so...
Yeah, we are like kind of over-the-top Christmas people, for sure. Noah's going to be in that Magic Kingdom at Christmas. Oh,
wow.
God bless you, Noah. I don't know how you're going to do it, man. It's going to be so
Christmas,
crowded.
Like Christmas week, Noah?
Yeah,
or
probably Christmas Day.
Oh, my gosh. That would be kind of cool, though. I mean, I wouldn't want to deal with the crowds, but how neat would it be to kind of wake up at Disney on Christmas? I mean, that's like the best Christmas present ever. I just wish you could magically make everybody else disappear.
Yeah, Leanne, it's funny. The first Halloween party, obviously the one on Halloween, and several others are going to sell out for sure during the course of the months that they run it.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be less people too, Sooner Girl. We were really bummed out because it went so fast. we didn't get to do. There were a couple meet and greets we really wanted to do, and especially since I dressed up as Snow White and they were the dwarfs, we wanted to take a picture with the dwarfs, and we never even got.
Yeah, we never even got over there
to that side of the
Terrible.
park. But we definitely got lots of candy. We have this just from the three of us. We have this gigantic
we have a
Halloween
huge thing
bowl
of candy.
full, and we've been back for 2 weeks, and it's still full. And and our other son and his girlfriend took their bags home, so they were full. Every single one of our bags were full to the brim of candy, so you definitely get a lot.
Oh wow, you didn't get and Leanne, there's nothing wrong with not getting the candy. It's kind of when you go to these parties, you have to decide what you're going to do, because it's so hard. Even though you get 5 hours and it sounds like a lot, it really isn't. So you have to pick and choose what you're going to do, and some things are going to be sacrificed. Like we got in line for certain characters that we definitely wanted to see. We did our trick-or-treating that we wanted to. We saw the parade, and we saw the show.
Right.
We weren't that, and I know everybody loves Hollow Wishes, but we weren't really
pressed for it.
Pressed to see the fireworks, so we didn't see the fireworks.
That's when we did our character meet and greets, which we only got 2 of them.
Yeah, we got Jafar and we got Moana.
Yeah.
But there were ones we really want. Well, I really wanted Jafar.
Yeah.
But we got ones we wanted, and then we rode Pirates and got to see the special things that they did for Pirates, which was really kind of neat. And we rode Haunted Mansion. I mean, I couldn't not ride Haunted Mansion at the Halloween party.
Oh, we never did the tea part. No,
they never did the teacups either.
Strobe lights. We walked by, but we never got back there either, which is fine. It probably would have made me sick. But
yeah, and we camped out for the parade too. But what was really nice about that was we waited for the second parade, and it was still really busy. But we were able to get a good spot. We were lucky. We got a good spot.
Yeah,
Melissa got it. She found it. She found a good spot.
He was freaking out.
I was
and he
freaking
was
out.
just like, we should have been here sooner. We shouldn't have been in that meet and greet. And I just started walking. I'm like, I'm going to find us a spot.
T-Town Mary Ellen.
So.
Hey, T-Town Mary Ellen. How are you? Hope you're doing well.
So,
hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in.
I really like the Hocus Pocus show. Mason and I loved that. We all watched Hocus Pocus last night.
Yeah, we just watched it last night.
And I really enjoyed that show. That was what I was most excited for. I love the parade too, but those were definitely the highlights of the night. I loved it.
It is a lot to do, Alana, for sure. There is a lot to do at those parties. And somebody had once said that maybe they should expand it to like 2 a.m. instead of noon. I mean, instead of midnight. And I was just more of the idea of, instead of expanding the hours longer, just let less people in.
Right.
I think you could still get everything done in those hours if they had less people. Because then the lines would be down, the wait times would be down, and you'd be able to get more done. So I think they cap it at 30,000 for these parties. Take it down to 20,000. You're still going to make money. Disney they're not hurting for money.
Even if they raise the ticket prices like $5 each and lower, they'd still make probably the same amount of, in the long run. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
But it's funny, whenever you think about each and every month to visit Disney, at this point, I can't think of a month other than maybe September that I would say that's a month, go. And even then, there's cons to going in September. There's rain, there's heat. In that respect, but September is usually a pretty good month to go because the crowds are down. Schools are starting back up.
Toward late September, too. Because, of course, the beginning of September is Labor Day, and, some schools now, of course, don't go back until after Labor Day. So early September is probably not great. So,
Alana, I agree. The ticket prices would definitely go up. But like Melissa was saying, I'll pay a little bit more for a better experience. Okay? That's just... I mean, I think I can speak for you as well. Not a lot more, but I mean...
if it was $5 a ticket or something.
Or even $10. I mean,
maybe.
I mean, if it's just you and me... I mean, we had 5 that we had to pay for it. But if it was just Melissa and I, $20 more, no, I'd do it. If it meant for a better experience and less people, I don't have a problem with that. I'll pay a premium for something if I know I'm going to get a great experience, which is why we go to Disney in the first place. Right?
Yeah. Well, our first trip was in September... T-Town, but it was 20 years ago. So I think it was a big difference. A lot has changed in 20 years. It was exactly 20 years ago in September that was our first trip to Disney. So I don't remember it being super crowded, but Animal Kingdom had just opened.
No, it wasn't crowded at all.
No.
When we went, now remember...
I was surprised.
Melissa's right.
It was like late September.
It was 20 years ago. But, I mean, it was 1998.
Yeah, it was.
Exactly 20 years ago. It was not busy at all. We went and there were no lines. Everything was really It was awesome.
Cargo said she couldn't live without candy. Shockingly, I only ate like one piece while we were in the park.
Yeah, but she's made up for it since she's been home.
No, not that bad.
No,
I really haven't. I'm trying not to.
No, she's doing better than me. I'm doing terrible with it. I'm eating all kinds of candy out of there.
I shouldn't be eating it at all, but you got a big bowl of candy sitting 10 feet from you. It's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, it's true. Somebody's got to eat it. Either that or it's going in the trash.
Funny, a lot of what's there, though, isn't my favorite, so that's probably why. I mean, even though it's great candy.
We ate our favorites already.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Or I gave it to my son so he would take it with him, the one that doesn't live here, because I didn't want the temptation. Of course, most of it's chocolate, and I'll eat any of it. But
okay, Brian, I gotta ask you, because I don't understand the concept of that. I don't see how if you get rid of Fast Pass, wait times would go down, because if there's no Fast Pass,
maybe
how do wait times go down?
Because those people are being pushed in front of you, the people that are in the regular lines. Is he thinking that maybe since everybody has to wait, you're not having to sit there and wait while they let the Fast Pass lines in?
I guess, but they don't. But I've seen it where they'll let a certain amount of Fast Passers in, and then they'll stop them and let some of the wait, standby people in, and then they let more of the Fast Pass in. So I don't know if it would help it that much, but I'd be afraid to get rid of it only because I don't know if it would make it better. I mean, I get the concept and the theory sounds right, but I don't know. I mean,
did they have Fast Pass on our first trip?
Yes.
I know it was a little paper ticket.
It was the paper tickets back then.
That was for a while, but I can't remember that far back if we even utilized it because we knew nothing then. So.
Yeah, Leanne, it's true. The crowd will deter you from doing certain things. It did with us when it comes to certain character meet and greets. We didn't even see Jack and Sally. Yeah,
I mean, we don't have our neighborhood since when our kids were little. We would trick or treat growing up here all the time, and we lived in a neighborhood where it was everywhere. So we had a lot of fun with that, and it's been a little while now, probably a good 6 years. 7 years since our kids have had any interest in it. So Halloween's changed a lot for us, Cargo, in the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Our youngest used to be so scared. If we go trick-or-treating, we were lucky if we made it up 1 or 2 streets because he was so scared of the decorations. He would cry, and we'd have to carry him back to your mother's house.
Yeah.
He would be horrified, so we would, would hardly get anything because he was too scared to go to people's doors. It was funny.
Well, T-Town Mary Ellen, I think because it was our first time going.
Oh yeah.
To the Halloween party.
Well, maybe she means the regular parades.
Oh, okay.
That's definitely a smart idea if you've seen it before. Like, we didn't even see the parade in Disney.
Oh, Festival of Fantasy Parade.
Yeah,
no, we didn't see it in Magic Kingdom because we were in
the park. Like when it was.
No, we didn't.
We ended up because we would leave and come back. We actually missed it. We really weren't thinking. And
but we had limited time. Yeah, but we had limited time in Magic Kingdom this trip. We weren't in there as often as we normally are. Normally, when we go on our trip, we're there usually for 8 days, and we'll go to Magic Kingdom 5 times,
sure,
at least. And this time we're lucky. I think we got there maybe 2, maybe 3.
We were there, yeah, at least 3 times.
I think 3 times, but
at least.
But most of the time we were doing it at night, except the one time during the day, and then we just missed the parade.
You just watched it twice in the same day.
And how do you do that? Do you watch it and then run to another spot and watch it again?
Yeah, I know, right? Because they only do it one time a day, right? That's funny. Oh, absolutely. You have to go to the parade for Mickey's Not So Scary the first time. And to be honest, if we went again, I'd have to see it again.
Oh, yeah.
I would have to see it at least one more time. And then maybe the next time, I might be able to say, okay, I'm good. And spend more time meeting characters. Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I really liked the parade. That was probably my highlight of the Halloween party was the parade for me.
Yeah, she says start in
there you go. Yeah,
run to Main Street.
Good idea.
Trample people.
Get out of the way. I want to see the parade again.
Oh, she just saw the Headless Horseman.
Yes, and we saw him too, and he was right next to me.
Yeah.
It was really cool. That was really neat too. I couldn't miss that.
I love parades too.
I love parades too, and that's, Alana, I gotta admit, that was one of my biggest disappointments with Disney is when they got rid of the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Oh, yeah.
That still hurts me to this day, how much I miss that parade.
Yeah, I love the nighttime parade.
That they have got to find a way to get another nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom. We only have one parade. We used to have a parade almost in every park. Mm-hmm. Animal Kingdom used to have one. Hollywood Studios had one. Magic Kingdom had two. Now nobody has one except Magic Kingdom has one.
Wow, they got rid of all of them?
Yeah.
That's right.
There's no parades anymore. And I don't count the parade with
it's okay,
Captain Phasma. Yeah. It is a touchy subject with me. I do not.
That's like me in the Great Movie Ride. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm furious over the fact they got rid of the Main Street Electrical Parade. I still can't believe they got rid of that parade.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, Grand Marshals. Oh.
That's awesome.
When is the 3 o'clock parade?
Funny. Oh, yeah, we love the Disney Stars and Motor Cars, too.
Oh, yes. The Stars and Motor Cars. Oh, yeah, it was great.
That was awesome. And they're actually, didn't we hear something where they're getting rid of most of the town actors, too?
Yeah, they've already done it.
It's, like, ridiculous. It's just, I realize it's becoming a totally different park, but a lot of it bums me out. A lot of it.
In theory, Brian, I guess it would be shorter if you did that. For every 10 Fast Passes, you let one standby in. I mean, I guess in theory it makes sense. I don't know. I mean, I think the Fast Pass works. I think maybe not. I mean, Disney, it's kind of an incentive, but it could work. It could. But they're not going to do it. Disney's definitely not going to get rid of the Fast Pass. I can promise you that.
I'm sure they won't. It makes it a good perk. And makes people
they see it as a
property.
Perk. Yeah.
That's what gets them to make more money. So, yeah, isn't that funny, Sooner Girl? It's true. That's why we were joking about it, because they always ask what time is the 3 o'clock parade.
Actually, but I'm not joking about it, because right now the 3 o'clock parade is at 2 o'clock. I think
they changed it back, right?
Yes. The festival.
Now it's the 2 o'clock parade.
Well, no, but it's the 3 o'clock parade.
Not anymore. Nope. Yeah,
they got rid of all the parades. I don't know what I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It's all the expansion. It's all the new stuff coming.
Yep, she said it too. They keep moving it to 2.
Yeah, but they do that because of the Halloween party. That's why.
Oh, because people start coming in the park at 4.
Right. That's why. So they have to get it started sooner, because if not, you may not be able to see it. I mean, you should still be able to see it.
Mixes up the makes it too crowded, because people are leaving the park and other people are coming in. Yes. And it just makes for probably more chaos than necessary. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes absolute sense, for sure. But there was word that there was possibility of maybe the Paint the Night Parade coming to Magic Kingdom from over in Disneyland. That never happened. That hasn't materialized. So we'll have to see at this point. But it's still one of the things I miss most. But my next time, I told Melissa, I said, next time we go to Disney, if we can swing it, I really, really would like to go when it's a planned trip, and it'll probably just be me and her the next time, is December. December or November. I have to be down there for Christmas one time.
Pests.
Yeah, how much are Fast Passes?
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh, I know, it's so funny. But most people, we're lucky. I call us lucky. We're lucky to have so much information.
Thank you,
on
Cargo,
Disney.
for joining us.
Oh, hey, Cargo.
Appreciate it. She's leaving. She's got a customer that needs to see pics of fabrics. I want to see pics of fabrics.
Cargo, I'll send you our address, but you don't have to send us anything, just so you know.
Absolutely not.
But we appreciate you thinking of us, for sure. And thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. But I would.
I really want to go to Disneyland soon.
Yeah. If we do, well, we already have a personal tour guide waiting for us in Brian. If we do, but I would like to go. Did you guys hear that the old River Country, the water park, Disney is making that a resort? Oh, just announced and confirmed today. They're going to make it I think it's going to be another DVC resort, but they are. They are.
I wonder why they didn't just. I don't know. I don't know why it's been sitting there like a ghost town all this time.
It has, but now it's not. They are going to make it into a resort. They have not given us the name of the resort, but this, I saw it on some of the other websites, but it was officially announced today that they are going to do that. And of course, for those that may not know, River Country is right in between Fort Wilderness and Fort Wilderness Campground. It's right in between there.
Okay.
And yeah, they're going to make it a resort. I think it's really cool. And they expect it to be done by 2022.
Really?
So that's still 4 years away.
You said it is going to be DVC or no?
Yes, it is going to be DVC.
Okay.
But, I mean, you can still stay there even if you're not DVC.
No, I know, but I wonder why they're building 2 new DVC resorts. Is it that high of a demand?
Probably.
Although I guess maybe. I mean, you figure we had a hard time. We booked our trip fairly far in advance, and we had a hard time getting a 2-bedroom villa, and that's why we stayed at Saratoga Springs, because they were the only resort that had a 2-bedroom. So
well, that's not necessarily true. That was the only one that they had within our point range.
Oh. I thought they had others, too.
No, no.
Okay.
Not for what we wanted to do for the point range that we had.
Couldn't stay in a bungalow or
right.
in Florida.
Exactly.
Well,
that's what I mean.
But that's probably why they have availability to those places, because the points are so high.
Yeah. But, Brian, where's the nearest restroom? Turn around. Right there.
That's funny. I always still have a hard time dealing with. It's like I feel like we always have to go to the restroom when you're in Liberty Square when there aren't any. Yeah,
there are none. And yep, that's true. Or we're like right by there, and it's like, where's the nearest bathroom? I'm like, go to Frontierland or go to Fantasyland. Yep.
Tangled restrooms.
Alana, DVC, you do have to book it in advance, far in advance. But to be honest with you, you can't. You have a home resort, and then you have the other DVC resorts. If you can book your home resort 11 months out, any other DVC resort you can't book it until 8 months out.
Yeah.
So
home
field advantage.
Home resort advantage.
Yeah, home resort advantage, kind of. So if you want to stay somewhere other than your resort, you have to wait till 8 months. So you're at a disadvantage there because everybody else, if that's their home resort and they've booked it 3 months before you, you're limited as to what you can get.
And that's the advantage to picking a certain home resort, I guess. I'm glad ours is Wilderness Lodge because we love Wilderness Lodge, so it works out perfectly for us. And we tend to book our trips a good 10, 11 months in advance. I feel like because we use that time to save up our money for tickets and stuff like that. So for us, it's not a big deal. We've always kind of had to go that route. I wish we were more spur of the moment. Let's go to Disney. But
we're not.
We can't be. Not now, but hopefully soon.
Sherry, they're not going to have, they're going to have rooms. They have the expansion over at the Caribbean Beach, which is coming along very nicely. And of course, they have what's going on over at Coronado Springs. And of course, they have the Riviera Resort coming. And you might be able to tell me better than I can remember. I don't know that the Riviera Resort is going to be done by next year, but I think it might be. So they're adding rooms, but some of these other ones they're not going to be done till 2021, 2022. So next year is Star Wars Land. So they'll have more rooms, but you're right. I mean they're gonna. I don't think I want to go in 2019.
Yeah. I know.
I don't think I want to be down there for Star Wars Land as much as I'm so excited by it. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so busy.
We may be taking next year off. We may actually do a Universal appearance next year. And I guess there's nothing against Mouse Talk doing Universal.
We just lost everybody when we said Universal.
We don't know yet. We're still debating. It's a good chance our son will be going to college in Florida. So we'll have to be driving him down. So we have to at least go to one park. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if our youngest goes where we think he's going to go down there, we'll have to do it. We'll be down there for several days, so we'll have to visit a park.
We can't not go. I think it would probably kill him.
It will kill me. And to be honest with you, it might kill me if we don't go to Disney and we go to Universal. But I'm gonna defer to Melissa. Maybe we'll do 1 and 1.
Yeah, that's fine too. That's funny.
Planning to go in February 2020. Yeah, I mean,
time to go, though.
And when you say hoping it will be open, Sherry, which resort are you talking about? Are you talking about the Riviera Resort? Well, Brian got to meet some celebrities. Yeah, Johnny Depp seems like he's pretty cool, at least in that respect.
I'd love to meet him.
I bet. But Disney has so much room in Florida to expand. You know, it doesn't surprise me when they say a new resort's coming or a new this is coming. I'm waiting for them to announce a 5th park.
Right.
I'm surprised. You know, that may happen. I mean, it's now been 20 years since we've had a new park.
Yeah, that's true.
So it would not surprise me if they say there's a 5th park coming. I don't really know what the concept would be for that park, but it wouldn't. It doesn't surprise me if one's coming. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I wonder what they would do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the concept would be.
That's funny.
Yeah, Riviera. We'll see. I mean, I don't remember if they actually gave an actual opening date yet for the Riviera. I'll look that up because I'm kind of curious about it myself, Sherry, as to whether or not they did or not. But that's true. Yeah, I think Coronado will be done, and I think their Caribbean Beach, I don't know if the 15-story expansion that they have over there is going to be done. Do you remember what they said about that?
I don't.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's true, Sooner Girl. 5th Park would cut down the crowds.
Well, here's why I wonder if they are doing. Oh, I think he wants out. Well, maybe not.
No, he wants to come up and say hi.
I don't know if they'll do a 5th park. And here's why I say they might not do a 5th park. It's the dog's coming up. There's the dog.
He knows when it gets to the end, he likes to come up and say hi to everybody. Come here, come see Mom.
He's not coming up.
No, you don't want to come see
Well,
Mom?
Alyssa's trying to get the dog so you can see her.
Say hi.
He doesn't want to come.
He does. He came over. He wants to say hello.
There's Fatty. That's what
Are
I
you
thought.
talking about me or the dog?
No, the dog. That's not funny. There he is.
Say hi, Cam.
Say hi.
He's like halfway in.
A Disney park in the middle of the U.S. They are never going to do. Leanne, I know that's where you are. They're not going to do that.
They should stagger them. Make it easier for everybody.
Say hi.
Yeah, I don't know that they have, Sherry. Be honest with you, I don't know that they did actually announce it yet either. But I'll tell you why I think a Disney 5th park isn't coming anytime soon, and that's because of all the expansion at the other parks. If they wanted a 5th park, why not just take these expansions and put them in the 5th park?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe you're right.
Right? I mean, they could have done an entire Star Wars park if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But I don't know. I could be totally wrong, and I hope I am wrong. I would like to see a 5th park come. But there's been no real kind of like hints or anything.
Minnesota Disney World. Yeah. It would have to be a dome.
Well, it's true, but if you think about it, is it Tokyo Disneyland or Shanghai? They have snow. We've seen
Paris too, isn't it?
I don't know.
And one of them we saw it snowing. Maybe it was one of the ones in Asia, but it was weird to watch because I'm like, you don't see that here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that looked really unenjoyable to me. I don't want to be freezing cold. I mean, as much as I hate being roasting hot and I get cranky, I don't think I want it to be snowing and you're all slushy and getting your shoes wet.
But we've seen it. Yes.
Yeah, we saw it on the vlog.
I don't remember
which park it was.
I don't remember if it was Paris or Shanghai or Tokyo.
Oh, no way. They said there was a Disney park coming in Missouri for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Huh.
Brian, I don't see... Do they have the room in Disneyland to make a 3rd park?
I know. For
the location of where it is, I don't know that they have the room. Now, maybe they can... I mean, you would know better than me. I don't know that they have the room out there for a 3rd park.
Now, what are they around, the parks out in California? Are they anywhere near where the stadiums are? I don't know. I don't know if they're close to, like, where the Angels play or not. Brian would know better than me. But it just seems like it's so crammed. I hate to say crammed, but it's like it just seems like it's like right in the middle. Because they're right next to each other, too. Well, they are. It's kind of neat. Part of it, I kind of like that because you can skip, walk over from one to the other. But, they can put it in the parking lot? Where are the cast members going to park? They'll find somewhere for them. That's true. They can shuttle them in from somewhere. Yeah, they could. It must be a big parking lot, though. You imagine all the cast members that are in the parks, Oh my gosh, so many. I know. I don't know. I don't know, Brian. I don't know that they could do a 3rd. Now, they could do like Universal. Not Universal. Well, kind of like Universal does with their resorts. You know how you have their parks, and then you have to trek a little bit to get to the resorts to the parks? Kind of like Disney has it, but it's like it's kind of like in the middle of the city. It's not even their own. It's kind of weird the way Universal does it. Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, I guess maybe they could do a third park in Disneyland, but I don't think they're gonna. I hate to say that, but I think with what they have out there now, they're just really pressed for room out there, and I don't think they'll do it. But it would be neat if they could.
Walt's been to St. Louis. He's, of course, now they're back in L.A., but Walt's a huge Rams fan.
Yeah, I was in St. Louis. I loved St. Louis. I thought it was a good time.
Yeah, he got to go up in the arch. Said he felt like he was in a washing machine.
I was in a washing machine. And anybody that's been in the St. Louis Arch, if you've gone up it, you know what I'm talking about. You get in that little dryer washing machine, and you go up, and it's kind of like a shimmy up. And I got to the top of that St. Louis Arch. Oh my gosh. I got up there for like 10 seconds, and I could feel it
swaying in the wind.
And then I said to my dad, who I went with at the time, I was like, we got to go down. I can't stay up here. Oh, it was terrible. Yes, I don't know what it is, Mary Ellen, but oh, it was horrible.
Interesting. Well, the cast members would probably know better than most. I mean...
Alana, I think they have room for a fifth gate. I really, really do.
I mean, don't they own a bunch of land that's just not even, like, if there's trees and there's, like...
I definitely think they have enough room for a fifth gate. I really do. And it doesn't necessarily mean they'll use it, but I've heard they've got acres upon acres upon acres of undeveloped land that they could use at any time. And I'm sure that if they wanted to buy more land, they could do that as well. But you're right. I mean, the cast member may have better information. Yeah, Marion, I will not go in that thing again. I got to the top of that thing, and it's like, first off, it's actually more spacious up there than I thought it was. But to feel it move and sway, and I understand that it has to, that's the architecture of it, and that's the engineering. It has to, or else it'll just snap in half. I get that, but it felt too weird for me. I had to come. I couldn't stay up there.
Small world, guys. That's funny.
Oh, wow, yeah, small world for sure.
When you see Branson, Branson bound.
Branson, yeah. From She's Out of My League.
Yeah, that's what makes me think of.
Yep.
I guess it's nice there, though, huh? Isn't Branson really pretty?
I don't know. Never been. Why do you look weird? Look at him. He's like looking at me like he's like staring at me. He's like staring at me like I did something. What? Did I do something wrong?
It's because I'm scratching his belly and just being all like, oh.
Yes.
That's true.
Absolutely, Leanne. If Universal expands, Disney will expand. Because everybody's always trying to one-up each other.
That's true.
Disney did the new Fantasyland, and Universal did the new Harry Potter, and now Disney's doing Star Wars Land, and now Universal's trying to do more Harry Potter. So you're right. It's like it's everybody throwing haymakers at each other to see who can top the next.
They just refurbed the arch.
Huh? How about that? Okay. Interesting. Our dog won't love evil.
No, our dog is evil.
Yeah, our dog, and I mean EVIL.
Yeah. No, he's passive aggressive. He's scared of other dogs because he got attacked by one when he was little. So he's friends with Walt's parents' dog. That's about it. I think if he could be around them, little, if it's a puppy, he'd be okay. But
yeah.
He's just not untrusting.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the one
Because
thing.
he didn't have a good experience one time, right, pal?
No, you got bit.
No, but he did okay. He's good now. Look at him.
He's just scared of everybody and everything.
He's scared of me. Hey, Ray! How are you? How are you? Hope you're doing well. We definitely are. We're having a good time tonight. But, yeah, guys, before I forget about it, I have to, of course, thank everybody for being in here. Anybody, if you could, go out and subscribe to everybody's channels. If those who do have channels, I know Cargo does, Sooner Girl does.
Mm-hmm.
Please go out and subscribe to their channels. Anybody else that's out there, we'd appreciate it. Obviously, if you haven't hit that like button for us yet, please do so. Definitely helps with the stream and kind of getting us out there a little bit. So we'd appreciate you hitting that like button.
I know, I keep forgetting.
Having breakfast.
So
yeah, I keep forgetting you're so far away. That's right.
What time is it?
But I do want to thank the live place, obviously, Dean and Dreamers Empire for hosting, as usual. Of Great site. Go out to theliveplace.com. Plenty of other live streamers out there, all family friendly. A lot of them Disney, other stuff too, and they're great. Make sure you check out the Live Place, which is also where you can find us. I also do my own little live stream on Tuesday. Started last week for the first time, called Mouse Madness. If you haven't checked it out already, I did a top 10 Marvel movies on Tuesday, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, Alana has a channel, and Brian too, and
Oh,
he has
yes.
one video on it.
Yep, there you go. Absolutely.
That's how you get started, Brian. Just takes one.
Yeah, it did. That's how we started. We started with one. It's funny, too, because I always say this. We started, our first 2 videos have thousands of views.
It's funny.
And we just didn't have the foresight to think
To
keep it up. And we would go weeks and months without doing a video.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of lost that viewership. I mean, our first video has like 75,000 views, and another one has like 40,000 views. And we just didn't have the foresight to keep going, so we would do a video like, we're not doing one this week. We're not doing one this week. And then finally, we started to understand maybe we should be doing them more often.
Yeah, that sounds funny, Brian.
Yep. Sherry, of course, has a channel as well. Don't forget to check out Sherry. She's also on the Live Place and does live streams from time to time. So yeah, definitely check everybody's channels out, please, because there's some really good content out there. But we hope you guys liked the subject matter tonight. Lots of different times to visit Disney. As you can hear our train going by again. There it goes.
Look at the dog just staring at you. He's just staring at me.
He's just staring at me. He's got his paw on me, too.
Like,
He's probably saying, will you stop talking?
Dad, give me a chance.
What?
What is it?
What are you doing? You say goodbye to everybody? Up here? Look. Cam, look up
Up
here.
here.
No, he's not.
He doesn't like looking at the pictures. He
But-
doesn't get it.
Hope you guys enjoyed the content tonight. Hope you really liked the subject matter. I thought it would be a good one to go over. Definitely learn a lot of different things about different times to go. I know I did tonight from you all on certain times that we haven't been, that we thought about possibly going. And definitely enjoyed all the interaction tonight. We really appreciate everybody that came out. We had a great time. Thank you, Alana, Brian, Mary Ellen, Sherry, Ray. I think Arjan's was in here for a while. Obviously, Cargo was in here. We had a lot of different people in here. Noah was in here for a little bit. Leanne, if I didn't mention Leanne, I don't remember if I did or not. But thank you, everybody, for coming out. We really appreciate it. And I'm just trying to going back and making sure I didn't miss anybody. But we did. We had a good time. We had a good time tonight with you guys. Definitely appreciate you coming out. Again, every Thursday, every Tuesday, check us out. Oh, Arjan's is still here. Hey, here he is. No problem. I appreciate it. Arjan's too. Check out Arjan's channel. But, Richard, you never told me. Where are you guys going to be tomorrow night? Are you able to tell us, or is that still going to be a surprise? Or I guess maybe we can't know.
Oh, going to work.
Yep.
Have a great day, Ray.
But thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you again to the Live Place, like I said, and we really appreciate you guys coming out. And just like we always like to say, please take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys.
Thank you to everybody. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Good morning.
And good morning. Thanks, guys. Bye.